Good morning, it's me again. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Um, don't mind my voice, thinking that like I'm depressed or anything. I woke up Christmas morning with a pounding headache, couldn't focus, and it was hard because everybody was like, look at me, do this, do that. I'm like, I'd hoped to get up before the kids and get some chores done so that my brain wouldn't be spinning about the housework not being done. And they got up like 7 o'clock or something crazy like that. I'm like, yeah, it's Christmas. Oh my god. It's like having little kids in the house. And then like John made breakfast, but I couldn't eat any of it because my stomach was doing flip flops. And he did like there wasn't enough hash browns to go around because I probably could have eaten the hash browns, but he did like bacon and sausage and oh, I couldn't eat that. But it was okay because I have Cheerios, so I ate my Cheerios, and that's helping with my stomach a bit. I haven't thrown up or anything, but I think I might have a flu or sinus infection because it's kind of what it's feeling like today. I am prone to respiratory tract infections, both upper and lower because of being premature and not being cared for very well. So yeah, that's just kind of is what it is. I have to keep an eye on it. Maybe I'll find that medicine my son got me the last time I was sick and like take some of that and see if that helps. And most of Christmas Day was wonderful. I got really cool stuff. Lots of really great yarn. I can make several krakens and I have shiny yarn so that I can advance some of my projects um without worrying about exhausting my resources at the moment. My end of this month check is also going to be fairly good. So, yeah, and there's another reason why I think it's a sinus infection. One of the issues that we have is well, one of the issues we have is the air gets dry, so that dries up stuff. So there's more likely to be like tiny little particles like dust. It's not always just dust, but you know. And that stuff will get floating around, and since my immune system doesn't work the way it's supposed to, I get infections a lot easier, and that's all I think it is because we've had to have the heaters on, especially with getting sinus infection symptoms right after having a potentially life-threatening cold front move through. I'm thinking it's probably allergies. I got a sinusitis relating to allergies, but the medicine my son got for me it works for that. It's designed for cold and flu, but it can work for sinus infection because it'll help to stop the weirdness in my face and it'll let me sleep. Sleeping is something the immune system needs to heal, and then if I can feel good enough to head off to the store, I can get some other stuff that'll help me to heal. But I think we do have enough food here for a couple of days, so if I don't get better, I'll be okay. And plus, I can probably get one of the kids to go to the store for me. Um, that'd be good. But then, oh yeah, Christmas. I got good stuff. Um, my brain is like everywhere, so I'm hoping I'm not as bad as I was the last time I posted. I don't know where my brain went with that. I apologize for my neurodeficiencies. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I know I've been under a lot of stress, trying to keep up with the sales and some issues at the house. So I think that's what's going on. I'm thinking about other things. I'm trying to figure myself out, and I found a few programs online that are giving me some clues because one of the problems with having post-traumatic stress or complex post-traumatic stress is that people don't really know how to treat trauma. I'm talking people like therapists, doctors, yeah, psychiatrists even don't acknowledge trauma as a real thing. And then like I'm talking psych trauma, and even though it is, and then because these professionals can't acknowledge it properly, how are other people going to know how to deal with it? So that's the thing. Um, so I got some really good Christmas presents. My daughter got me one of these cool bowls, and I was using it, and the only issue I noticed is that it doesn't seem to be well filed in the spiral, which is fine because over time, as the yarn flows through, it'll get those little things out of there, and it'll be fine to use. And then it's got these little holes. looks like my finger's over it, but it's not. Okay, yeah. It's got these little holes drilled in there so you could put like a crochet hook or knitting needle. So like if you're using a project, you put it up and then you have it all like right there. Um, this is really cool. I'm having fun with it. I've wanted one of these for a while because I'll eat yarns down to a point where I call it eating. I use it up. I get it down to where it's just like a ball. You put the ball in here and it keeps the yarns able to move around unless it's like really big like this guy. Like see this guy, yeah, that's not gonna be real helpful. But say this guy, yeah, then you just put the thread through the yarn through the thing and then it just goes and then the ball can roll around in here. Now I can't get it out. Hi G, what you doing? And Shania got me some really cool glow in the dark yarn, so and though it looks like it's sport weight, it actually is really stiff, so I have to use a much bigger hook. So I'm thinking about getting some black, um doing like a kraken with the black kraken with the glow in the dark green, because it's this green. It should be right here. Yeah. There's this glow in the dark green. It's like a light green. I should have brought it over before starting the video. This stuff is really cool. They're not very big balls and they are kind of expensive, but it's because it's a specialty. I wanted to try them, but they seem really expensive. So, I mean, that's not crazy expensive or she wouldn't have bought them. So, yeah, that's something I want to do. So I want to get some black and see how far those will actually go before she goes. She wants to buy another whole bag of them to make sure that I have enough to do tentacles, but I kind of want to start a kraken. I don't have any money for at least another week. Who knows? Maybe Eli will want to go to the store with me whenever I feel like going. I'm just trying to get better. I'm trying to feel better. I don't know what's going on with me. It's like I said, it feels like a sinus infection. So yeah, so Christmas was really good. I got some really cool stuff. My sister gave me a couple of really nice things, and um, they got like fuzzy warm slippers and trying to think a little rummy game that I don't think I'll ever be able to play because nobody ever wants to play games with me because my brain is natural when it comes to math, so it's just I'm naturally good at mathematic games. Games of complete chance though, yeah, they'll play those with me, but if it's all mathematic, if you have to figure something out, they don't want to play with me because I'm too good at it. um, but that's okay. Someday I'll find people that want to play with me. Um, and then the end of Christmas, I was starting to wind down, and roommate gets a call, and he's like telling the person that, oh yeah, it's okay, I can do all this for you. My roommate's got all this money. I can get the one to. It's like, dude, I know, I understand that your mom is driving you crazy, and you might be saying whatever you think you need to say to shut her up and get her off the phone, but for the love of God, stop volunteering me to take care of you. I don't have what I need. I don't have the resources I need. Stop taking things away from other people so that your moms can be spoiled. This is what it looks like to outsiders. So I don't really know what's actually going on. I might have to talk to John about it because I don't know. I mean, I do understand that he might need to say whatever he needs to shut her up and get her off the phone, but for the love of God, I cannot afford to take care of him. I cannot. I don't need another baby in the house. It's just, ugh. And that's what it feels like. Like I'm putting in charge of somebody else, but I don't have any resources to take care of them. So, ugh, I don't know if that's like a millennial thing or just a dysfunctional family thing, because I do know that dysfunctional families can get really fucked up in the head and like, um, they can start demanding things from people they don't have any right at all to demand from them. So I don't know. I might have to figure out how to deal with that because I do not have the resources to take care of him. If John and Shania and other people are willing to help him out, if this is actually something that's a real thing and not just someone taking advantage, because at this point it's really starting to feel like someone taking advantage, but he doesn't open up to us, so we don't actually know what's going on. Yeah. Let's see. So then I guess that point would be that it's very frustrating me. It puts a lot of stress on me. I'm already not feeling good, so my anxiety goes off, and then I have a hard time going to sleep. Um, but I did realize that he may have just said whatever he thought would shut her up and get her off the phone. Which is something I've done a few times. But then I did explain to whoever, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I just needed her to get off the phone. Or whoever it was. I just needed them off the phone so that I could take care of the stuff I actually need to take care of instead of whatever it is they're going off about. Because some people just don't have the presence of mind to understand that other people have needs, values, and responsibilities that don't necessarily mesh with what you want or need. It's like I'm struggling here. I don't get in what I don't feel like I'm always getting the things that I would need. Um, but I know that at least my basic needs are met. So my very, very basic needs are met. And if I actually do need something like yarn, I can just say something to I talk to like John or Shania or Eli, and then yarn will somehow magically appear. But as far as other things, like I still don't have a bed. I need a bed. I don't have one. But I am planning on dealing with that. John did get me a cushiony thing that makes it much nicer, but still not as nice as a bed. And I'm finding it really hard to actually get up in the morning because I can't. Yeah, it's getting I'm getting clumsy, and I don't. And it could be if I do have the sinus infection, which it seems like I do. That could be why. Um, but yeah, it's just frustrating. Like went through the whole Christmas and it was fine. There was issues with eating. People were snacking and then they didn't want to eat dinner. Which was fine because then I'm like, hey, if you guys aren't gonna, are we doing dinner now or later? Because I'm getting hungry. And I was like, oh, go ahead and fix whatever you want. So I fixed what I thought Eli and I would want for Christmas dinner, and then they could like fix whatever they wanted later, and that actually worked. They didn't eat all the potatoes, and I didn't put them up because I thought they might want them, but no, it's fine though. They were instant potatoes, so it wasn't that big a deal. And I have a bunch more instant potatoes. I think I actually have a couple of big packs here that I forgot to put up. I just forgot to put them up. Um, I do that sometimes. Kind of want pork chops, but I don't really think I can make it to the store. Craving protein is another thing that tells me I'm probably sick because, well, like a sinus infection, because your body will crave protein when you're ill. Um, it'll crave the things that it needs. Oh, I hear something outside. I'm hoping it's the recycling. This morning, the trash came. Recycling hasn't come yet. It's winter, so and there's ice on the roads, so we're expecting a few issues. But there was also like an ambulance or a tow truck or something up the road, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm hoping it might have even been a city truck. So I'm hoping everything's okay, and then yeah, because of the weather, trying to be more focused. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So that was just frustrating, but it was like at the end of the day of Christmas, and there's a few reasons why this could have actually happened that don't really have anything to do with me or whatever she was rambling on about. Because yeah, uh, Christmas can be hard with people, especially people have divorced parents or parents that never married, because you got to try to figure out how to do the holiday with both families without pissing everybody off. And sometimes it's impossible to do the holidays with both families without pissing everybody off, because the reason that they're separated is because somebody's abusive. Or maybe they're both abusive. So That's the thing. Feel bad for people who can't figure out how to get out of that. Um, but there's not a whole lot you can do if they're not willing to listen to people who have done it or ask for help because sometimes you can't get away on your own. You need help. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a crazy thing. But the rest of Christmas went fine. Everything was great. The cats were getting along except for Minchie because she's a Grinch. She has really bad anxiety, so she has a hard time dealing with things like Gigi because she doesn't know him. He's a cute little boy. He's sleeping right here on the bed. And and then of course things were different, so she was kind of probably a little bit upset or excited or whatever about that. But yeah, Christmas was great. We got a lot of really good stuff, and my sister sent really good presents. Ooh. We really do appreciate when people try to help us out. And my sister usually does really good with crafts, or not crafts, but presents. Um, so we do appreciate it. Um, yeah, she didn't send as much as she normally does, but at the same time, I can't complain because, you know, she sent something. She thought of us. She had her extra money. She thought of us, and it was good stuff. It was good stuff. We all liked it and appreciated the presents, and it was good. Christmas was good. I got a lot of yarn. John and Shania got me shiny yarn, and that's really good. Um, and Shania got me the glow in the dark yarn because I'm planning on having some fun with. And the yeah, my brains are trying to freeze up because I don't feel good, and I kind of want to go back to sleep, but I got a lot of stuff to do. So, you know, the after Christmas, the house is trashed. I got one load of dishes in the dishwasher. It looks like I got a whole complete other load of dishes to do at some point today if I feel up to it. But if I don't, I think people will understand because I really do not feel good, and it's pretty obvious that I do not feel good, and I'm not just making shit up. So, yeah, I'll talk to John maybe about that issue, and because I don't know if he just said that to shut her up, which he might have. But I cannot afford to take care of him forever, infinitely. Um, I don't know. But it's not my problem, and I'm gonna try to make it to try to get to convince them to not make things that are to stop making things that are not actually my problem or my responsibility. If I can help you with something, I will. But honestly, if you got somebody who's just chronically asking for large sums of money all the time, then there's a problem, and you need to talk to them about it. So I feel bad just asking for a skein of yarn, or I run out of food stamps. Can somebody grab me some meal? Um, or some food, I should say. Um, I feel bad about that stuff because sometimes the food stamps don't make it through the whole month. Um, but I feel bad about asking for that little stuff, so I don't know. It's just is what it is, I guess. So yeah, but Christmas is really good except for that one little thing, and I don't want my brain to get stuck on that one little thing. And because I did process through my brains what's probably going on, and I'm hoping that I can talk to somebody about it and make sure they know what's going on because I can't. It's not that I want bad things to happen. I just cannot be endlessly made responsible for other people all the time. And I'm definitely at a point in my life where I need to take care of myself. So, on that note, um, I'm gonna I'm gonna probably head off because Christmas was great. The only thing that happened was that one thing. It's probably got a really easy solution. My brain is stuck on it. Probably because I do have post-traumatic stress thingy. Well, that was interesting. Um, and I think if I make sure that I talk to John, then we could probably figure it out and like um without people like getting all feeling butthurt or not getting enough of something because I just don't know. I can't take care of them all the time. I can't do this all the time. It's just yeah. But my brain is not wanting to function. I'm sorry about that. But doing better than I was last time, clearly. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go and like, as I said, take care of myself and get some stitch work done, and I'm gonna try to be play one of my silly little games so that I can get some cleaning done, at least make it seem like I'm doing massive efforts, even though I'm not. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas, and I hope that you all have good days. I hope everybody has a happy New Year. I'm not planning on doing anything for New Year's. It's not really my thing. Um, but I hope you guys all enjoy yourself and have a safe and happy New Year's. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.